Let me ask you something real. Have you ever felt stuck? Stuck in the rush, in the clutter, in a noisy mind that never truly quiets down? The truth is, modern life for many of us has become a tangled mess of things that drain our energy, make us feel overwhelmed, and ultimately unhappy. These are silent habits, often invisible, that creep in and prevent us from living with more peace and clarity. But what if I told you there's a way to break free? A path that doesn't require you to move to a mountain or become a monk, but is hidden in ancient Japanese wisdom. Japanese minimalism isn't just about owning less. It's a philosophy that teaches you to eliminate what doesn't serve you, making space for what truly matters. And in doing so, it helps you cut out some of the most toxic habits you didn't even realize you had. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 of these toxic habits and how Japanese wisdom can help you eliminate them from your life. Stick with me until the end, because your mind, your home, and your life will thank you. If you're ready to breathe lighter and live with more purpose, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Number 1. The toxic habit of emotional accumulation. Think about that drawer full of things you keep just in case. Those clothes that no longer fit but remind you of a past version of yourself. Or that gift you never used but feel guilty just thinking about donating. The truth is, physical clutter is often emotional baggage in disguise. We hold onto objects because they carry memories, expectations, or even the fear of forgetting. And every accumulated item is a weight we carry even unconsciously. Danshari, a Japanese philosophy, teaches us to let go. The term has 3 parts: dan, refusing unnecessary things; sha, discarding what no longer serves you; and ri, detaching emotionally from material possessions. It's not about emptying, it's about liberating. When you let go of an object that carries emotional weight, you're not losing a memory, you're freeing up space for new experiences and new emotions. It's an emotional surgery where you cut ties with a past that holds you back. Choose one item today that you know you need to get rid of, but that brings you some kind of emotional weight. Hold it, thank it for what it taught you or for the time it was with you, and gently let it go. Repeat this ritual with other objects and feel the lightness that comes. Number 2. The toxic habit of an overpacked schedule. How many times has your schedule been so packed that you felt you barely had time to breathe? Meetings, emails, gym, dinner with friends, taking care of the house. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness. A packed schedule is seen as a sign of success and productivity, but this productivity hides a toxic habit: the fear of emptiness, the fear of quiet, the fear of not doing something useful. And this fear leaves us without margins, without space for clarity. Japanese concept of ma teaches us to embrace empty space. Ma is not absence, it is presence. It's the pause between musical notes that creates melody. It's the empty space on a wall in a home that allows the eye to rest. In daily life, it's the margin in your schedule, the moment to breathe between tasks. When you create ma in your life, you're making space for creativity, for reflection, and above all, for calm. Your mind is no longer racing to fill every second. You are finally allowing yourself to simply be. Look at your schedule today. Where can you create a little ma? It could be declining a commitment that doesn't add value, turning off notifications for 15 minutes, or simply sitting in silence for 5 minutes with nothing to do. Start protecting these sacred voids. Number 3. The toxic habit of constant comparison. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media, seeing other people's perfect lives and wondering, am I behind? Why is their life so much more X than mine? This is the toxic habit of comparison, fueled by a society that teaches us to look sideways. It robs you of joy, self-esteem, and the ability to appreciate your own journey. Oubaitori is a beautiful Japanese metaphor, meaning cherry, plum, peach, and apricot trees. All are trees, all bloom, but each in its own time and in its own way. The plum tree doesn't compare itself to the cherry tree. None of them judge themselves for not blooming at the same time or with the same color. Your life is like that. You have your own rhythm, your own struggles, your own victories. There is no universal timeline for happiness or success. Your path is unique and valuable, and trying to fit into someone else's mold only causes you pain. Instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking yourself, what makes my path unique and valuable? Every day, write down one unique trait, experience, or value that makes your life yours. Turn off social media when you feel the urge to compare. Number 4. The toxic habit of living on autopilot. Have you ever left home and a few minutes later wondered, did I lock the door? Did I turn off the stove? Or finish the task and realize your mind was somewhere else the whole time? Living on autopilot is a toxic habit that disconnects us from the present. We go through our days without truly experiencing them, missing precious moments and making mistakes due to a simple lack of attention. Shisa Kanko is a technique used by Japanese train conductors. They point to an object, a signal, a lever, and call out its name aloud. Signal green. Track clear. This forces the brain to engage visually, physically, and verbally with the moment. By incorporating Shisa Kanko, you break the autopilot cycle. You force yourself to be fully present in small actions. This increases your clarity, reduces errors, and surprisingly brings a sense of calm to your day. Try using the point and call technique 3 times today. It could be when leaving home, door locked, turning off the stove off, or even starting a task, focus on. It might feel strange at first, but you'll notice the difference in your presence and control. Number 5, the toxic habit of seeking perfection. How many times have you put off starting something because you didn't feel ready? Or stopped halfway through a project because it wasn't perfect? The relentless pursuit of perfection is a toxic habit that paralyzes us. It feeds the fear of making mistakes, procrastination, and a constant dissatisfaction with what is real and human. The Enso is a circle drawn with a single brush stroke, common in Japanese Zen calligraphy. It is always imperfect, but in that imperfection lies its beauty and depth. There are no touch-ups, no do-overs. It is a reflection of the present moment, your breath, your being exactly as it is. Enso teaches us that life isn't about perfection, but about presence, flow, and acceptance. It's about doing your best with what you have now without judging yourself. It's about valuing the process more than the final outcome. Tomorrow morning, grab a pen and paper. Take a deep breath and in a single fluid motion, draw a circle. Don't worry if it's crooked or incomplete. Embrace its imperfection. Do this every day for a week. It's a mini meditation that reconnects you with enoughness and the beauty of the now. Number 6. The toxic habit of unacknowledged ingratitude. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to focus on what we lack. The bigger house, the next promotion, the perfect partner. We're constantly chasing the more, which often leads to a deep-seated, toxic habit of ingratitude for what we already have. Hibi no Kansha means exactly that. Appreciating the small, everyday moments not because they are extraordinary, but simply because they are there. It's the steam from your morning tea, the way the light hits your floor, the quiet sound after a long day. It's recognizing that your life was never lacking. It was just waiting to be noticed. This habit helps you rewire your brain to see abundance in simplicity. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, grounding you in the now and replacing anxiety with peace. Before you reach for your phone in the morning, take a moment to write down 3 simple things you're grateful for. Not goals or achievements, but genuine small details. The warmth of your socks, the smell of your coffee, the fact that you woke up. This tiny ritual will soften your entire day and help you cultivate a heart full of joy. Number 7. The toxic habit of holding onto what's broken. Have you ever tried to hide your flaws, your mistakes, or the painful moments from your past? We're taught to chase perfection, to erase our mess, to pretend everything is always okay. This toxic habit of hiding our brokenness prevents true healing and makes us feel like we're constantly performing. Kintsugi is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer mixed with gold, silver, or platinum dust. The philosophy behind it is that the breakage and repair are part of the object's history, adding to its beauty and uniqueness. The cracks are not hidden, they are celebrated and made beautiful. Kintsugi teaches us that your scars are not signs of failure, they are proof of your resilience and growth. When you embrace your cracks and honor them, you become stronger, more authentic, and more beautiful. You stop hiding and start living truly. Each night, take 5 minutes of stillness, reflect on one crack from your day, a moment of frustration, a small failure, an insecurity. Don't ignore it or shame it. Instead, ask yourself, what did this teach me? Where is the gold in this moment? Maybe it taught you patience, reminded you to slow down, or made you more compassionate. By doing this, you're not broken, you're becoming a masterpiece. These 7 habits aren't just Japanese traditions, they're invitations to slow down, to simplify, to reconnect with what truly matters. Try incorporating just one of these into your life for a week, and you won't just feel calmer, you'll feel more you, more present, more peaceful, more powerful in your own quiet way. So tell me in the comments, which of these toxic habits resonated with you the most? Which one are you ready to eliminate first? And if this video brought you a moment of stillness or made you see your life differently, share it with someone who might need that same breath of clarity. Because less isn't empty, less is space, less is clarity, less is you finally breathing again. See you in the next one.